Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Sunday afternoon. We have a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in southern Oklahoma. And I'm down at the dock. I grabbed me a rod and reel, and a little crappie magic crankbait on it with my barb smashed down. I'm going to make a few throws out here while I'm visiting with you, just because I've been gone all week. I've been gone all week working. We've been down in Orlando at the big iCast tackle show where Crystal Keith, Toby's beautiful daughter, sang the national anthem down there. iCast was fantastic. I made it back. I'll tell you about my harrowing adventures here in just a second. But yesterday we were down at a Bomgaars store. That's right, a Bomgaars farm store, farm and fleet, farm store, whatever you want to call them. Bomgaars, I think they originally called them maybe hardware stores. But in Ardmore, Oklahoma, I got to fish. I got to fish the very first cast. You can throw that. It's a little bass. I mean a little bass, but that's all right. That's a little bait. It's a little bass, and it's a little bait. I caught a little bass. So it's a pretty little bass, though. Look at there, pretty little bass. That's right. Beautiful little bass there. And if you look the way that I hooked this fish, looky there. The fish struck at the bait and missed it. See, he's hooked outside the mouth. None of that bait is anywhere in his mouth. They're pretty little fish, just a little small one. When she's 9 or... Golly, my dog jumped in. Benelli jumped into water when I threw... Did you hear that big splash? Benelli jumped into water when I threw the bass back. She is a retriever. That's terrible, really. She ruined my fishing. They're retrievers, so when you throw something, they go out there and get it and bring it back. But she's not supposed to go till I send her, till I call her name. But she jumped in, so now she's going to come up here and shake and rub around on me and get me all wet, probably. She hit the tripod here, nearly jumped it in the lake when she was when I caught that fish. But she got so excited running around. When she goes in the boat, she gets real excited too. But anyway, I went over to that Bomgaars store, and we just had a fantastic time. And the first thing I want to do today is really thank all of you. We had... I don't know, 300 or 400 people come by probably over there. It was just really a lot of folks showed up. And we were there. I took my beautiful Chris over there with me. And it's hard for her to work. We work from 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock or 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, something like that. And it's really hard for Chris to stay out that long. I did take her inside, take her to the bathroom one time. So you ladies probably wondered, golly, she sat out there outside 6 hours. Well, she really did sit out there, with the exception I did take her in one time inside. It got really hot a little while, but then the clouds come over. The last couple of hours was beautiful. My preacher and his beautiful wife came over and visited us. He was over there playing ball around Ardmore, heard that we were there, and so he came over and visited us a while. So we had a really super time over there. We had a great time in Ardmore. I visited with lots and lots of people. There was a youth tournament, a kids tournament, a high school tournament over on Pine Creek. And a lot of those kids, when they got through fishing, came over, them and their dad. And so we had boats parked all around. I had my Shell Rotella Ranger boat. I was there working for Shell. Shell is available. Shell Rotella is available in pretty much every farm store in the country. And so I've got to work a lot of farm stores. We'll be working the Bomgaars store. That's a grand reopening for the Bomgaars store in Ada, Oklahoma, here pretty quickly. I think that might be on Friday the 13th. I don't know if that's August or September, but anyway, Friday the 13th, whenever the next Friday the 13th is, the following day I've got to be down in Georgia, I believe, for a big church event down there. But so we'll be working that store on Friday rather than Saturday. So y'all be sure to plan on coming by and seeing us over there on Friday the 13th. I'll have to check and see, but I'm not sure. But if that's in August or September, I think it may be August, but I'm not positive about that. It could be September. There's only one September 13th in the whole year, so that's the one I'll be there. But so we'll be and we'll also be in December, and I think that is December 28th, which is we'll be at the Bomgaars store in Pryor, Oklahoma, as a matter of fact. So that's going to be a great time at both those. But thank all of y'all that come over there, and thanks for Raymond. Bomgaars assigned a guy out there to stay with me and kind of just take care of Chris and I, and he just did such a marvelous job. He showed up at work at 5:30 yesterday morning over there, 5:30, and he was still there when I left yesterday at 4:30 or 4:45, and it's just, he's just a super guy, loved to fish, and big fan, been watching this for a long time like so many people have. This is our 47th year on national television. We're working on the shows for next year, 48. We have had, as I told y'all, we was kind of concerned about next year's television show because we lost a major sponsor, but we signed on another major sponsor that we have not signed the contracts yet. We hopefully get that done this week, but we've had lots of meetings, been working with them for a while. One of the most amazing products you can ever imagine. A product that will absolutely save the world. Save the world. That's right. It's just one of these products that's just incredible, and I can't wait to be doing a lot of videos on it. Can't wait to be doing running television commercials, and it will be pretty much available. It'll be available at all those farm stores, as a matter of fact, that we're talking about. But so we'll be making that announcement as soon as we get those contracts signed. I hate to jump the gun on anything. My son Jamie runs our boat store. We're a Tracker Elite dealer over in on Lake Tenkiller in our original boat store over there. At one time, we had 6 boat stores in Oklahoma and Arkansas, and was the largest Ranger dealer in the entire nation. Number 2 or number 3 Glastron dealer at one time when we was handling Glastron boats. But right now, we're Tracker Elite. We handle all Tracker Elite boats, nitros, trackers, sun trackers, and Mercury motors. I've never run anything but a Mercury motor, and hopefully we'll be able to stay with Mercury as long as we're alive. Started running when I was 16 years old, and we've been running Mercury forever. We've run them on our television show all 47 years that we've been here doing Jimmy Houston Outdoors. So hopefully we'll be able to keep that up as well. And after Benelli jumped in, I didn't make any more throws, did I? I made 1 throw and caught 1 bass. Well, quit. Don't make any more throws, Jimmy. Your average is fixing to go down when you do that. But everybody that come over there, golly, I enjoyed visiting with you. And Bubba, a guy come over and helped me and gave me a couple CDs of his new Christian album. I visited with y'all a lot about the Catch a Better Life book. So many of y'all, I did not take any over there. I had several people ask me about if I brought any over there to sell. I did not. I'm sorry about that. It was just something I forgot to put in the truck, to put a case of those books in the truck, but I didn't. But visited with a lot of y'all about the Catch a Better Life channel, a lot of y'all about things going on in your life. Looked at a lot of fish pictures, which I always enjoy doing. Showed off a few fish pictures of my own, as a matter of fact, as well. But we had a great time over there. So thank you, everyone that came by and visited us over there at Bomgaars in Durant, Oklahoma yesterday. And really surprised to see my preacher there. I thought, wow, he come all the way over here from Daughtery, Oklahoma. He really didn't. He was over there playing ball. And I guess it was between games or something, and they came over and visited with me. So that was absolutely fantastic. I really appreciated that. And appreciated Cheryl Teller for having me over there, because it was a fantastic day. We had a great time. This week, we got a great week planned. I got Chris back down here at the ranch. And, let me tell you what happened. We went to ICAST. Of course, ICAST was great. Crystal Keith sang the national anthem one day to kick it off. And as it turned out, I'd come in the back door. I come in through parking. I was inside, didn't even know she was singing it, didn't get to see it. But Crystal was down there the entire show, representing the Toby Keith family, which is the owner of Lucky Strike Lures. And we're going to keep Lucky Strike going strong in Toby's legacy. He bought that company because he loves to hunt and fish, and was really had worked and put a lot of money into it to make a great company out of it. Again, it's been a great company, but it's fallen on hard times as it went through 3 or 4 different owners, and various things happened. It sort of fell on hard times. But the baits now, we've got, about 75% of all the baits are made here in America, made in Greenwood, Arkansas, or in Heavener, Oklahoma. And we've got the baits available now. They're available. You can buy them, directly from Lucky Strike, luckystrike.com. You can buy them at tackle stores all over the United States. You can buy them at jimmyhouston.com. We ship out Lucky Strike baits there every single day. But they'll be available pretty much everywhere. They are taking orders. They are renewing all the old contracts that they had with all of the stores, and putting them in some stores that don't have them. Right now, in about 300 and some odd Walmart stores, is some sidekicks with Jimmy Houston Red Man spinnerbaits in there, some commemorative spinnerbaits for the 4th of July, red, white, and blue spinnerbaits to honor Toby Keith. And red, white, and blue package, red, white, and blue spinnerbaits. Now, will those red, white, and blue spinnerbaits catch fish? Well, absolutely they will. They'll catch fish. But if you're going to fish with them, I'd recommend that you get an extra one, and just save it as a keepsake for Toby Keith. Where those baits came out this year, the year that Toby left us and went on to heaven. But sang for the Lord. But It's been just a short, about 6 months or so, as a matter of fact. And we think about Toby every time we tie on a Lucky Strike bait, and a great American hero. And so we put out that patriotic bait, along with some decals and stuff from Bigfoot decals. Some Bigfoot decals of Bigfoot. Toby was into Bigfoot. We have Bigfoot here in Oklahoma. Caught one first cast, hadn't caught one since. But Ellie keeps running into my tripod. That's why it keeps moving around like it does. But it was sprinkling rain a little bit when it started. We had 3/10 of an inch of rain during the middle of the night. Thunder, lightning carrying on. I heard it just a little bit. Chris slept through the whole thing. Let me tell you what happened when I left the tackle show. The tackle show was spectacular this year as ever. Huge tackle show. I visited with everybody. Hank Parker and his beautiful wife Martha came by with some of the grandkids, and just absolutely gorgeous grandkids, as you might figure when you have a beautiful woman in the family. That's exactly what happens. But Hank came by and visited. Visited with Roland a lot down there. Visited with so many fishermen. I could start naming fishermen, and I'd leave somebody out, but lots and lots of fishermen I visited with. I spent most of the time in the Lucky Strike booth down there, but I spent some time with in several other booths as well, including Booyah Clean. And my buddy Mike Weiscarver owns Booyah Clean. Yeah, that one great thing about Booyah Clean is that you can wash your boat right in the marina. There's no other boat cleaner that's legal to do. And you can actually wash it right in the marina, rinse it off right in the water, and it doesn't hurt a thing. I got another fish. I got another fish. This one feels like maybe a bluegill. I want you to look at this situation. I want you to look at this situation. Now, I've caught 2 fish. The lure caught both fish. Neither fish had the lure in their mouth. Look at that big bluegill right there. The lure has caught it in the top of the back. That's a barbless hook, and I'm just gonna get a hold of the hook and probably hook it in my hand. Get a hold of the hook and see if I can just unhook that fish. Oh. I unhooked it. That's how sharp those little hooks are. I unhooked it. It was on the back hook. I unhooked it, and as it tried to fall off, the front hook hooked it, but there's no barbs on there. So anyway, no, Benelli, no. I should have told her no a minute ago, and she would have jumped in the water. But Booyah Clean. If you need any boat cleaner, you can get Booyah Clean just about anywhere. But it's the only boat that is approved by the EPA to be able to wash your boat and then just rinse it off and let it go right in the lake. It's the environment. It's 100% safe to do that. Great boat cleaner. Roland and I've been using that for a while. Works great on your car, great on your tractors, great on your trucks, great on everything else as well. Booyah Clean. So I spent a lot of time with Mike Weiscarver in the Booyah Clean booth as well. And I did not get to run around and look at much of the show. I left there Thursday evening. Had an 8 o'clock plane out of Orlando. And I was delayed until after 10 o'clock. After 10 o'clock before I left Orlando, I got out there about 7 or so. I had about an hour before the plane was supposed to take off. It didn't take off till 10. I thought for sure I am going to be... I took off maybe about 9. For sure, I'm going to miss my connection in Atlanta. And I get to Atlanta, and my airplane is still there. It's still there. Yeah, it's been delayed because there's a lot of delays that evening. It's been delayed until 10 o'clock. And so I hustle over there to my gate. I get there, and there's lots of people in the gate. Up on the board, exactly what I'm doing. Plane's going to take off at like 9:59 p.m., something like that. Well, the plane was then delayed to 11 o'clock, and then delayed again until midnight. That's Atlanta to Tulsa. So that's all right. I take off at midnight. That's Eastern time. I'm going to get to Tulsa at 1 o'clock Central time, which means I'm going to get to my daughter's house at about 3:30, and I can get up the next morning and come on down to the ranch, the next morning being Friday morning. So wrong about midnight, the last time we had to take off, they canceled that flight. So they canceled the flight, but they've rescheduled us to be able to fly out of there at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, they did give me a hotel voucher. They did give me a $24 meal voucher, which wouldn't work. I tried the meal voucher. They just send you a deal, and you got a little QR code that you pay for at the restaurant. And all the restaurants are closed at midnight, so you can't use it. So the next morning, I'm thinking, well, I'm flying out at 5 o'clock, so I won't need the the meal voucher, but we didn't fly out at 5 o'clock. They then changed that to 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock Friday morning. So at least I got a $24 meal voucher. I'm going to use my meal voucher. So I went and got me some Popeyes fried chicken. That's right, Popeyes fried chicken. We spent about, they actually pulled me to the side because I was holding up the lineup of people because my meal voucher wouldn't work. We tried it and tried it and tried it. We entered numbers. We scanned the QR code. We did everything in the air, and it just kept saying decline, 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 decline. It was valid. It wasn't going to expire till the next day. So I said, well, I've got something that will probably fix the problem. It's called a Discover card. And so I used my Discover card and paid for my fried chicken. So the meal voucher didn't work. I didn't use the hotel voucher because the time I got to the hotel, it had been 1:30, and then I had to get up probably at 3:30 to go back to the airport to catch a 5 o'clock plane that never left. It never happened. So I go, by the time I get back home and get in bed, it's 1:30 in the morning. So I've gone from 6 o'clock 2 days before that in the morning. It'd be 6 o'clock on a Thursday morning to 1:30 on a Saturday morning, which is 40 some odd hours. I guess 41 hours, something like that, 42 hours, 43 hours, 43 and a half hours, something like that without any sleep. So I was really tired, but then we got up and went over to Ardmore and worked over there. I did get in bed about 1:30 and slept till 7. I slept till 7, so I got quite a bit of sleep right there. And we went over to Ardmore and did the Bomgaars. So that was kind of an adventure right there. There was no doubt about that. But anyway, we got a really special weekend coming up this next week at Jimmy Houston Marine. That's the main thing I want to talk to you about. I've been rambling around here, and I ramble a lot when I'm fishing because I'm trying to concentrate on my fishing, even though I've only caught 2 fish. And I really caught those fish. The lure caught the fish because the fish missed the bait. I got close to it and the bait hooked them or something. But anyway, I caught those 2 fish, and without either one of them, there's another one. That one came off. Without either one of them, maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't come off. I just thought he'd come off. Without either one of those having that bait in their mouth, this feels like it's probably another bluegill. You catch an awful lot of bluegill on this bait. You catch crappie. Catch catfish, you catch just about everything that swims on this bait, so it works really well. Benelli, no. Benelli, no. No, Benelli, no. Finally caught a fish hooked in the mouth. Look at that. That's a nice big bluegill right there. That's a big, beautiful bluegill. Little crappie magic. That little bait catches a lot of bluegill. Absolutely no doubt about it. But we got a big bit. No, Benelli, no. We got a big weekend at Jimmy Houston Marine this coming Saturday. That's July 27th. Everybody's welcome. We're having an all-day birthday party, a come-and-go birthday party, an all-day come-and-go birthday party. Jamie, my son's birthday is July 25th, which I think is Thursday. My beautiful wife, Chris's birthday is July 27th, which is Saturday, and that's when we're going to have the birthday party there at Jimmy Houston Marine. We'll have some door prizes. We'll have snacks. We'll have food. We'll have a lot of people will be hanging around. It's just a come and you go. Just come in and say happy birthday, and I don't know if you put your name down to win a door prize or something. I guess you do that, or we give you a coupon. I don't have anything to do with any of that. Sherry's handling all of it. And now my dog jumped in again because he saw me throw that. He saw me throw that. He saw me throw that bait out there, and now he's trying to get my bait. You heard him jump in again, didn't you? I better quit fishing, huh? I better quit fishing. You heard Benelli jump in again. I threw the bait out there and didn't start whining, so she saw the bait laying out there and jumped in and to hook off after the bait. I'm glad it's a crankbait instead of a topwater. But anyway, plan on being at Jimmy Houston Outdoor Store. That's our original bass store at Lake Tenkiller there at Park Hill, Oklahoma. It's on Highway 82 South. Real easy to find. It's right by the big Jimmy Houston Outdoor Store, and I'll be there all day. Chris will be there all day. Jamie, of course, will be there all day. He's there every Saturday all day. But it's going to be a big birthday party. If you're anywhere around close, within a couple hours or there or so, or whatever you want to drive, if you happen to be on Lake Tenkiller that weekend fishing, the fish are biting on Lake Tenkiller right now. The water is beautiful over there. The water skiing is good. A lot of people on the lake, but if you want to spend a weekend on Lake Tenkiller, you happen to be there, come by Jimmy Houston Outdoor Store this coming Saturday, July 27th. Our whole family will be there. Sherry and Jack will be there. You want to visit with them, and we're just going to have a great time. We're going to be there all day Saturdays. I think it starts at, I don't know, about maybe 9 o'clock that morning. I think the store opens before that, but it starts about 9 o'clock that morning, and we'll have some snacks and drinks and stuff, and it'll be a lot of fun. Be a really great situation. I think it's going to be fantastic. I changed the front number this year, so it's a big birthday, you know. Really, we have a big birthday week every week since we've got Chris and Jamie and Jamie and I's birthday all falling within a 3 or 4 day period there. Sherry's born on June 11th, a month earlier, so I don't know what happened on her. I guess Chris and I was holding hands a little bit earlier than what we were, you know, when Jamie had his birthday in July. But anyway, those kids are 6 years apart, by the way, in age. But and they're wonderful kids. I couldn't have had any better kids. They got great grandkids, great grandkids, you know. So we got grandkids and great grandkids as well. And God's blessed us with an incredibly great family. And I praise God for every single day of life. A lot of people don't get to live to be 80 years old, and so I'm really going to celebrate that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm bragging about it, as a matter of fact, and there's nothing to brag about. It's all God's grace that caused me to get this far, and I've certainly put myself in a lot of perilous situations over those 80 years, and God saved me out of every one of them. But if you're anywhere around Jimmy Houston Outdoor Store, just come by and spend a little time with it, visit. I'm sure there'll be a lot of fish storytelling. I'm sure there'll be a lot of old pictures that we'll be looking at and going through. If you happen to have an old picture of me and you somewhere, send it to us, or send it to us on, if you're not around close where you're going to come, send it to us. Send it to one of our Facebook deals. We got a place on Facebook, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, all capital letters, where you can post pictures of you and me, wherever we might have met. I've taken thousands and thousands of pictures over the years, and I see them all the time as I go back around. I sometimes see pictures holding little babies, and they're 25 or 30 years old right now. And this is that little baby right there. So those are so precious to me, and it warms my heart when I see them. So if you got any pictures of you and me, post them up on our Facebook page. Tell us where they are, and we'll share them with everybody that comes to that party. If you're anywhere around close, the party's open to the public. It'll be at Jimmy Houston Marine in Kawasaki. We sell Kawasaki mules and four-wheelers and stuff, as well as tracker and nitro boats, and Sun Trackers sell a lot of pontoon boats. But come and see us over there for the birthday party week. Jamie's birthday, which is the 25th. I believe that's Thursday. Chris's birthday, which will be that day, Saturday that day. So she'll be closer to my age for one day, and then the next day I get a year older. So we're really looking forward to all that. It's a big deal. I'm looking forward to eating a lot of cake and ice cream. I guess we'll have a cake there. I don't know. I know we'll have snacks and food around there all day, so everybody can have a really great, fun time. And you probably run into a lot of people you know. You might meet some new friends there. So plan on next Saturday, Jimmy Houston Marine. And we're just going to have a ball at that birthday party Saturday at Jimmy Houston Marine. Guys and girls, as you go out there through this week, try to make somebody smile. Try to make somebody happy. You know, one of the things that I pray every day is God, just make me a blessing to everyone I come in contact with. Even people that I might just meet walking through the airport or something like that. Let me be a blessing to them. And let me tell you that you couldn't be a blessing to somebody without doing hardly anything other than maybe smiling to them and saying hello. It's amazing how easy it is to change somebody's day by just being pleasant to them. You never know what everybody else is going through. Lots of people that you run into at the grocery store, at the gas station while you're filling up your truck with gas, at work, that's people that you might just see every now and then at work. You never know what kind of situation they may be in. You may never know what kind of difficulty life might be throwing them that particular day. And just by you being nice to them, you can change their accountants for the day, and you can change their attitude for the day, and you can change their heart a little bit for the day. You're not going to take away their problems by being nice to them, but just try to be a blessing to everyone you come in contact with. And if everybody does that, there's going to be several people that you come in contact with that's going to be a blessing to you for that day. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great week. And remember, I sure do love you. Happy birthday, Jamie. Happy birthday, Chris. Happy birthday, Jimmy. I sure do love you.